Hi, welcome back. Survival and Basic Badass Podcast After Show. So, I don't know, Kevin, a lot going on in the world. Mount St. Helena, I think, erupted for the second time in about 12 days. I think yesterday or day before. And
Yeah.
a lot going on there. I mean, it's not a big deal to us, but it's a big deal if you live in Italy or wherever.
Right. Right. Yeah. I just actually got two letters on the same day the other day.
All right.
Um, the first letter was from a pharmacy, and basically this is what it says. On June 6th, an unknown third party impersonated a company employee to compromise their business credentials and gain access to certain business systems. We detected the incident. They lost my data. This is a pharmacy I don't use. This is a pharmacy I don't have a card for. I don't, give them my email address. I don't shop there. But why do
Right.
they have my information? Because they bought it from somebody else that it's
Yeah.
real cheap to buy somebody's information. They just trade your information like nothing. Got another letter the same day said, recent Ticketmaster recently discovered an unauthorized third party obtained information from a cloud-based database hosted by a third-party data server. I haven't bought anything from Ticketmaster in 5-10 years. I
20,
can't even
30.
remember ever buying anything from Ticket, but they have my information and they lost it to somebody.
Who hasn't seen that play out?
So maybe just I try and be overly cautious of that sort of stuff. When I'm going to Tractor Supply and they ask for my email address, I tell them to go fuck themselves. And
Oh, Kevin.
I don't say that. I say no, and they're
Oh,
always like confused. Like, what do you mean? What?
yeah.
We're gonna
Oh,
send you
they
great
do. They
deals in your
get
email.
so shocked when you say that. I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah, no.
but it doesn't matter if you use your credit card. They know your shopping habits. Um, Home Depot actually uses facial recognition software to watch you go through the store and watch how much time you spend in each section so they know how to
Yeah.
advertise for you.
Well, the Bluetooth on your phone, I'm told that if you stand like in front of a certain TV for too long, the
Hmm.
Bluetooth on your phone, they kind of put that together and are like, yeah, and you'll get ads for that TV or whatever,
Right.
whatever's going.
Things related to
That
that.
kind of stuff, it does happen. It's crazy. Now,
Hmm.
I'm noticing in the comments from earlier that Slowburn said girls don't like boys, they like cars and money. I also don't like boys. I like cars and money. I'm just
Hmm.
saying,
That's fair.
you know.
Uh-huh.
So I get it. I feel their pain. Um, but yeah, no, your credit, change your passwords often. That's all I
Hmm.
got. I don't think they even need to be that complicated. I think they just need to be changed often. You
Right.
would help
Right.
things.
There
Um,
aren't people doing a lot of brute force attacks on passwords. They're
Instead, they're just
doing,
buying them or
yeah,
stealing them from, yeah.
exactly,
It's
exactly.
not, you gotta be pretty important for them to put effort and it's not that it's that hard, it's just time consuming to focus on one person when I can
Hmm.
just buy a list of a million names and try everything,
Right.
and, I don't know. That's the way I'd see it. So, maybe look into that, changing your passwords a little more often. Again, don't let life happen to you. But again, you can only be so worried, like what Glenn Beck's always pushing, they have people stealing the title to your house and
Right.
some
And then
kind of
selling it.
and I'm like, there's only so many things I can worry about right now.
Right.
And when that happens, that'll be bad and awkward. But
Hmm.
until then, I can only do so much. I'm just one man out there and I can only spend money on everything so much.
Hmm. Yeah. What are you gonna
It's,
do? What are
what are
you
you
gonna
gonna
do?
do? I know how to camp. So
Yeah.
I'll,
No, I
I'll
mean
find
that's one of the craziest things is somebody stealing your house. I have heard that, stories about that sort of stuff where they just file, get their name under their get your title under their name and then sell a house.
and it,
For
it
sale by
used to
owner,
be.
cheap. It's
Yep.
cheap.
Cheap. And they used to like they could just get a mortgage on your house.
Hmm.
And I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, but I didn't sign for it. And I don't know. I don't know what happens. I don't know what these rules are.
Hmm.
I just like that sounds like it's not my problem. Sounds like the bank has a problem.
Sounds like the
It's
bank's
how I
problem.
see it. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean that's true, but that's
Yeah.
how I interpret that. So I don't know. Just be aware that life is crazy. You said a lot going on in Ukraine still. That's still a country? Is that my
It's still a
understanding?
country, and they're pushing into Russia at this point, pretty deep into Kursk. I think I say, they captured something like 100 square miles, but that was also a
I
couple of
think it
days
was
ago,
like
and they're not done.
they're
Yeah.
not done, huh?
Yeah, they keep pushing. The last I heard, they're about 12 miles past the border, and Russia is scrambling because they didn't actually have anybody over there,
I do like
guarding it.
taking
A
it to
couple of
the
kids.
enemy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like taking it to the enemy. So that's good.
yeah.
I
I mean, I
don't
support
like
that,
that it's
especially if
my
you're
money.
invading my country.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, 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 no. Let's fight in your country. The
Let's
United
destroy
States
your
has a
shit.
long-standing rule about this, not fighting in the United States. We don't go to war.
Don't disrupt our shit and our babies. We're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah. We'll
go.
come to you.
We'll come to you. Yeah, full service. I
Mhm.
don't know. A lot going on. It's crazy world out there. Uh, what else you got this week? Nothing.
No, that's about it, man. Same old, trying to stay busy.
Sounds right. Market's been up and down, a little crazy. I will
A
say,
little
like, it had
wacky
a
this
big
week.
dip last week, and then it kind of slowly recovered, but not quite to where it was.
Mhm.
And I would just say maybe take a little caution on.
Maybe
I'm
that's
not
a
sure.
correction, and maybe it's a harbinger of doom. Like
That's the one I
maybe
would
we're on
kind
the
of
edge.
lean towards. Just
Yeah.
be aware. Learn to protect yourself and just make sure you're paying attention. That's all I got. But
Mhm.
you guys got to take care of you. It turns out I'm not a financial advisor. I just watch TV. So,
Right. You watch Financial Advisors sometimes.
sometimes.
Yeah.
So, with that, I'm just saying all my advice is pay attention. And,
Mhm.
I guess that's financial advice, but, whatever. You do you, right?
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm sure I can get sued for something. Um, but anyway, as always, entertainment purposes. But with that, I would say stay safe and we'll talk.